third one is an abandonment spirit. Like I said, in the next couple of weeks, I'll go into these in detail with you. But an abandonment spirit happens like this. Something takes place in your life where someone you had the right to trust was going to stay with you forever left you. And that abandonment spirit says, I am just always going to be left. I'm always going to be left. So when God says, I will never leave you, nor forsake you, the bondage spirit within stands up and says, that's not true. Oh, I don't know when it's coming, but He's going to leave me. I don't know how, I don't know when, but at some point, God's going to bail on me. Because there's just something about me that makes people abandon me. Friend, again, this is not something your therapist can work with you on. It's a spirit of bondage that is leading you to fear of abandonment. And the only thing that fixes that is if you will allow the Holy Spirit to dig down deep within you and work on your inward man. Betrayal spirit. We went to the Passion Play. Some of us went to the Passion Play. Those of you who didn't go that could have, you blew it. We went to the Passion Play down in Bloomington yesterday, and I got overly into it. So I so much wanted to punch Judas right in the face. I could picture myself running off the balcony, leaping down into the main floor, getting on stage and just bam! Stealing off him. Then it dawned on me, it's a play, you will go to jail, and it means you're crazy that you're even thinking about it. Okay? Listen to me. What made me so mad is to watch him betray Jesus. Right? Most of us have had at some point in our life the betrayal of someone kiss us and sell us. It's a peculiar hurt. And it can hurt the inner man. And that inner man can start saying, you know what? The reason I was betrayed is there's something wrong with me. I was betrayed because I'm just that kind of person who should be betrayed. It's natural, it's normal, it fits. The universe wouldn't be in sync if I weren't betrayed. That's a spirit of bondage. And of course you see the fifth one. We'll try to get to these, as I say, in the next couple of weeks. But the orphan spirit. The orphan spirit feels it's without a loving parent. An orphan spirit says, even if there is a God, He's not my papa. He's not my dad. Listen to me, if you never come rushing to God and just throw open your arms and just let Him wrap you up in His arms and say, I love you. And you don't ever run to Him saying, oh, Papa. You may have a spirit of bondage, an orphan spirit operating in you. An orphan spirit says, even if God exists, He's not my daddy. That is worse, by far, than emotional trauma. You can't live on planet Earth without having emotional trauma. You know why? Because everyone you know is a sinner. If you intend to breathe on planet Earth, at some point somebody's going to do something that hurts you. I'm not talking now about you going to your counselor and working through hurt feelings. You need to do that. Some of you are nuts. I get it. Go to your counselor. But listen to me. A spirit of bondage that leads to fear cannot be fixed by your counselor talking to you about mommy issues. Freud can't fix a broken inner man. So what happened in the church is we decided, you know what? All this stuff, this is icky. I don't want to talk about that. I want everyone to see my outward man. My outward man where I'm basically Superman. I come to church. Why am I in church? Because I'm holy and righteous. Look at my Bible. 14.5-pound King James 1611 edition. I pray and fast. Let me go to a corner and show you. You understand what it is? Is the person who fixates on showing the outward man is basically trapped in Phariseeism. Church was never meant to be a celebration of Pharisaical performance. But let me say this to guys for a moment. Some of you have become so accustomed to pretending like everything's okay with your inner man that you would rather die under the power of a spirit of bondage than humble yourselves and seek God's face, crying at the altar saying, "Dear Jesus, heal me. This spirit of bondage has trapped me." And I don't run to you and say, "Papa." Will you please stand? The next few weeks we're going to talk about this topic and try to give you the details on it. The process of healing in a situation like this, the process of deliverance from a spirit of bondage into a spirit of adoption, in most cases it's pretty uncomfortable. We'll pick Dale and I. I want Dale to think I'm strong and self-sufficient and smart enough to make it. And I don't want him to know where a spirit of bondage is tripping me up. So when Dale says to me, "How you doing?" I never talk about my inward man. I never talk about that guy. What I'm talking about is all outward men stuff. How am I doing? Well, I haven't been shot. Doing pretty well. Nobody beat me with a 2x4 yesterday. I'm feeling pretty well. Had enough to eat. I'm all right. I want to ask you, what would happen if a group of Pentecostals who believe the Bible actually started focusing their attention on the condition of their inward man and said, if I'm not healthy there, I'm not healthy. If I'm not right inwardly, I'm just not right. Yeah, I know all the verbiage. I can give you most of the verbiage in 3 languages. But listen to me. What's true about you is what's going on in your inward man. Right? So here's what I want you to do. We're going to need breakthroughs on this in the coming months. Okay? So